Hey everybody, it is Harlan Kilstein, and the name of this webinar is Facebook Engagement Mastery. We've been discussing this online. I've been showing some results, and people want to know how I'm doing it. And I'm going to show you this here. I'm hoping for lots and lots of questions at the end. So here's why we're here. This is, you can see, from 218 to 224. This is from my page at the Doggington Post. Look at the numbers there. We're reaching 9 million people in a week, but the number of people who are engaged with us, that means they clicked like, they clicked share, they commented, um, they did something to one of our links, um, or they clicked on something to buy or to come to our site, is over 1 million people. Now, those numbers change now on a daily basis from Facebook. But to get over 1 million people when you only have 205,000 people means that there's something going on. And the fact is that our numbers bounce. Okay, Facebook bounces them. They change in the morning, they change in the afternoon. At any moment in the day, we might be reaching, our reach might be 7 million, our reach might be over 10 million. Okay, so those are things that change, but we're here because I'm figuring out and I've figured out and I've decoded and I'm sharing with you what you need to do to get Facebook to expand your reach. Now, someone on the call said, Harlan, you must be paying Facebook money. We'll be coming to that. I do not, as a rule, give Facebook money. I'll talk about that. But let's go ahead. This is why we're here. So here's my promise to you that you're going to get solid, proven strategies and tactics that work for my sites week after week, and they will work for yours. Number two, this is an all meat, no fat webinar. This means that there's all proven, solid content. There's no theory here. If I go into theory in a particular area, um, we are then I'll let you know. But we're dealing with proven content here. What I'm going to show you here can be translated to any niche with some creativity on your point. Now, a lot of people say, Harlan, um, that's great. You could do this for dogs. Well, I'm doing this right now with someone who is on the call in another niche, and I assure you, it's not a dog niche. Okay, these translate with any creativity at all um, to any niche. It ain't just dogs or cats or furry little animals or babies or any of the things that people. These are just excuses that people give for why their page isn't active. There will be no pitch at the end. Go ahead, put your credit card away. You won't need it. And I'm going to be more than happy to answer your questions at the end of today's webinar. So please write them down. Now, I assure you that if you type them in during the webinar, I probably won't get to them. So just wait, please, until I ask you for questions. I'll have Chris look over there. If at any point someone says they can't hear me, um, you can go ahead and type that in. Chris will let me know and we'll look at what's going on. But at any moment or so, it might be you, it might be me, it might be that Mercury is going into retrograde. I have no idea, but this is going to be worth it. So let's see some energy from you guys. Are you guys ready to go? Are you guys ready to go? Okay, we're seeing lots of people ready to go. So without any further ado, let us dive in. And Chris, do not die on me during the webinar. That would be bad.
I'll do my best, mate.
Okay, here we go. There's also a special bonus offer. The special bonus offer is if you stay on until the end of this webinar, I'll give you over 1,000 viral headlines you can adapt to use on your Facebook pages. Okay. The first time I used one of these headlines, my server crashed, and the service tech told me, "You've got some serious traffic." It was the headline that really did it. There's no obligation to buy anything to receive this gift. It's just my thank you for sticking around to learn something. Okay. So we'll get to that. But it's only going to be for people who are on when the webinar is over. We'll give you guys like an hour or so to go and collect it. And then we're going to take the page down. I said it was only for people who are live on the call, and I mean it. So if you're listening to the replay, wish you could have been here. Okay, so here's some breaking news. A website goes online, finds a Facebook group about guns, joins the group, begins chatting with someone, moves it to private messaging, and within 15 minutes agrees to buy a gun on Facebook. Needless to say, this did not make the lords of Facebook happy. In fact, as a result, yesterday, Facebook is now mulling a policy changes on gun themed pages. And VentureBeat, the site that did the gun buy in 15 minutes, has been monitoring the situation and expects that within the next coming weeks, if you have a page about guns, whether, and we don't know what this means, whether you are a gun manufacturer or a site of gun fanatics, well, um, this is um, this is going to be important. This is going to be something that you need to pay attention to. Okay, let's see what's going on here. All right. So let's go a little bit further. So what's the point of mentioning this about guns? Here we go. There's one thing that you must keep in mind, and to paraphrase the people at Disney, be our guest. Okay. Um, when you are on Facebook, you are Facebook's guest. Okay. The land that you are on, the Facebook page that you have lovingly created, does not belong to you. It belongs to Facebook. Okay. That means the right hand giveth and the left hand taketh away. So if you are totally um, committed to building a page, okay, and you invest dollars and you invest time and you have the best and the cleanest page in the world, do not be surprised if you lose it. Because here are three rules that you must face up to: that you do not own your Facebook page, Facebook does. Number two, the people who like your page don't belong to you. By no stretch of the imagination are they your list. And number three, you can't build a real business on someone else's property. Those are three rules I'd like you to write down. Okay? These are absolutely critical. We're going to be talking about engagement, but I would be dishonest. I would be a fool. I would not be serving you if I did not share these critical rules. If you want to build a business, it must be on your site. Yes, you can make money from Facebook. I make money from Facebook every single day. But you cannot have a business not knowing whether Facebook's going to take away your page. Now, you don't have to have a page that's about guns. You can have a page and someone gives you a picture to share and it looks really cool, except that the picture didn't come from you. Perhaps that picture came from Getty Images. And this happens a couple of times. And then you wake up one morning and your page is gone. Think I'm making it up? Nope. A guy had a page that had 750,000 likes, and Facebook shut down his page because he used pictures that someone said violated someone's copyright. So remember these rules and you will not be disappointed. Now, you must build your own site. We're going to show you how your site and Facebook work together. But the real key is you must build your own site. If you come away with just one thing about Facebook engagement, is Facebook engagement is a tool for your own site. Now, there's some people here who manage pages for others. There are people here who are social media experts. And okay, we're going to show how to translate the strategies and tactics that I'm talking about here for you. And please feel free, feel absolutely free at question time to ask me about your business. I'll let you know when we're done. If you guys want to stick around for questions, I'll love to stick around and answer your questions. Okay. And I've got somebody here on the call who's going to keep me straight. So I'm really towing the straight and narrow with you guys. So Facebook equals massive traffic. What you want to do is set up so that Facebook traffic goes to your site. Okay. And the only way to get Facebook traffic is through engagement. Now, you have a passionate niche plus passionate fans equals a massive payday. There's virtually unlimited traffic available on Facebook. And so, why do so many people ask the question, why can't I get anyone to buy my stuff on Facebook? Okay, we're about to answer that question now. Now, when I started one of my early Facebook pages, I made a lot of mistakes. And one of the first mistakes that we made was thinking that posting everyday interesting stuff was going to get people to buy. In fact, that was a huge mistake. I'm going to show you right now a way to short circuit that. And what I'm going to share with you may, in fact, shock you. So here's some basic facts. Many of you probably know these already. Most people are never going to see your actual Facebook page. You may have the cutest cover photo in the world, but chances are most people are never going to see it. They typically only see your posts in your newsfeed, and they may never, ever come back to your page again. Most of your fans never see your posts. I'm going to repeat that for you because it should be a stunner. Okay? Most of your fans never see your posts. I don't care how good you are, most of your fans never see your posts. Facebook has a secret formula where they show your post to a teeny tiny fraction of your followers. And depending on their engagement, Facebook will either show it to more people or not. Chris, are you with me? Are we making sense here?
Oh, 100%. Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to assume that you've known this so far.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep going a little further. So if you want to make money from your Facebook page, you must focus on engagement. Disengaged fans don't know you are there. Disengaged fans don't buy at all. If you want to sell anything, you must focus on one thing, and that's what we're going to be talking about, and that is engagement. It's the key to everything on Facebook. No engagement, no traffic. No engagement, no likes, no shares, no comments, and no money. So here's some really bad news, and this news has been in the reported recently. Your pages are filled with fake likes. No, I'm not talking about people who go to Fiverr and buy likes. I'm talking about you, regular person, real business, your local business, your USA business. I'm here to tell you that a significant number of the likes on your page are fake. Just the other day, I looked at someone's Facebook page. It had virtually no, she had over 9,000 likes and she had virtually no engagement. And I began poking behind the scenes, and then I found out that of her Facebook likes, over 1,000 of them lived in Turkey. Now, her business is completely irrelevant to people in Turkey. How did those people in Turkey become fans of her page? And the answer is because there are click farms all around the world where people are um, clicking on pages for a host of reasons. Number one, they're clicking on them because they want to drive up the cost of ads. Number two, they're clicking on them because they want to have a profile with lots of likes so Facebook can't detect them. So when they find new fan pages, they click on them. Your ads do not go where you want. If you advertise on Facebook, you'd be surprised that your targeting is, um, I'll be, now let's see, I have a problem. I have a problem because Chris is here and he's from the UK and they're very proper. So how can I say this and not be improper? The targeting on Facebook is full of cow maneuver. Can I say cow maneuver in the UK, Chris?
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'm an Aussie anyway,
Oh,
so
for Aussie. Okay.
that's fine.
Okay. All right. So it's 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 pure BS, pure cow maneuver. So I was running ads to a site and I brought from the ads to the opt-in. I engaged with the people on the email list and I was stunned at the number of people who were on my list from Nigeria. Nigeria. Now, I mean, give me a little credit, folks. I did not advertise my product to Nigeria, right? There isn't a single credit card merchant in the world who would accept a payment from Nigeria. I advertised US only. How the heck did these Nigerians get on my list? Okay, by the hundreds. And I have nothing against Nigerians except they have no way of buying my product. What are they doing there? Facebook's targeting let them in the back door. The huge numbers on your page of people who like you, they may boost your ego, but they aren't going to boost your wallet. In fact, as I'm about to show you, they're going to hurt you. Stick with me. I'm going to show you the problem and I'm going to show you how to fix it. These fake likes will never, ever, ever, ever engage with you. And because they will never engage with you, Facebook holds it against you, and you are starting out with the cards stacked against you. If you go to your page and you type in um, people who like name of your page, you do a Facebook bar search, um, and then go ahead and type in select a country, people who live in India, people who lived in Turkey, people who live in Afghanistan, okay, people who live in God knows where. You will absolutely be shocked that you thought that you know what you have is relevant. I don't care whether you're a local dentist's office, you're selling barbecue sauce. You are um, uh, you are lost. Guys, is my audio back? Can you hear me? Okay, thanks, Rob. Okay, sorry about that. I have no control over it. Thanks for letting me know. I paused. Okay, so let me just start this out. Is the fact that you guys have fake likes, and it's not your fault. You didn't do anything. The fact that you have fake likes is is counting against you because Facebook is evaluating your page and based on the interaction. And if you have dead bodies on your page, they're not going to interact with you. So here's a really quick fix that you should do immediately that will tilt things in your favor. As a matter of fact, if you're starting a page, you should do this right away. If you've got a page already, it you can still turn things around. But if you're starting any new page, you should do this immediately. Why didn't someone tell me this? Go into your page admin area. Okay. Facebook will show you where your traffic is coming from. They'll show you the countries. You will be amazed at where your traffic is coming from. Okay. Select edit page and choose the countries where you want the page to be seen. If you have a US based business, you choose United States. If you have, if you want US and Canada, select US and Canada. If you want the UK, if you want Australia, select those. Or the other thing is, if you see that you have a problem in certain countries, you can choose the countries where you don't want your page to be shown. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to um, start um, cutting out the dead wood. Okay, there's not going to be any more dead wood. I did this on one of my pages and I noticed the engagement go up in days. Okay, by cutting out the problem areas. It's very simple to do. It's a 5-minute fix. And let me tell you something, um, you will see a difference almost immediately. Okay, so um, so go ahead and make sure that you do that right away. Awesome, awesome tip. Someone says, yeah, it's an awesome tip, but get rid of that. Stop the bleeding on your Facebook page immediately. Your engagement will start to go up right away. Okay, so our next question for us to focus on is how well do you know your target market? How well do you know your target market? Okay, what are their demographics? Male, female? What are their ages? Facebook will tell you all this in your admin area. What do they respond most to? You could spend some time in your Facebook admin area and you could see which posts got the most likes, which posts got the most shares, which posts got the most comments. You should really be doing that. Next, when do they respond best? What time, what days of the week? What times of day? You should know this stuff. You should know the best times that they're prepared to click like, and you should also know the best times that they are prepared to buy. I can tell you that on my page, the best times for them to buy something are Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings, and Sunday nights. But your list may be different based on your business. Next, what goals do you have when you post? And we're going to be talking about this a little bit, further. That we don't just post, okay? We don't just throw stuff on there hoping something sticks. Every post should have a strategic purpose. And then here's the most important thing. What are they most passionate about? And I don't care um, whether your page is about a local orthodontist or whether your page is about dogs, or whether your page is about a politician or a talk show host. What are they most passionate about? Many years ago, I went to see the first Howard Stern movie. I don't know if there has been two, but I remember that I went to see a movie. It's called Private Parts. And when Howard Stern came to New York, he was at WNBC Radio and they hated him. They hated him so much that they were looking for excuses to fire him. They brought him in. He was going to be the big shot. They were going to have Imus in the morning, Howard in the afternoon. And I remember the billboard when I was a kid. I used to live in the area, and they had both of their mouths covered because they couldn't say. So when the movie was based on reality, that they were ready to get rid of him. The only legitimate way they could get rid of him was if he did poorly in the rankings. And they were absolutely confident that he was going to bomb. How could someone with such a potty mouth do well? This was not the WNBC that they knew. And much to their surprise, he came in number one in the market. And when they evaluated things, they found out that people who liked him listened to him for, let's say, 18 minutes. Okay. Um, and when they asked the people who liked him, why do you listen to him for so long? Because the amount of time that they listened was more than normal. The answer was because they can't wait to hear what he's going to say next. Okay. Then they looked at the people who hated him and they said they absolutely hated him. And much to their shock, the people who hated Howard Stern listened to him longer than the people who liked Howard Stern. And when they asked these people, well, if you hate Howard Stern, why do you keep listening to him? And the answer was because they can't wait to hear what he's going to say next. What this tells you is that you should do the unexpected on your page. You should be prepared to find out what they're most passionate about and post about it and push their buttons. That gets engagement. And, we get engagement out of the wazoo. I'm going to show you some tricks that I did um, and how they worked. And I'll help you in the questions with applying it to your niche. Okay, boom. Look at this. I posted this the other night. You should just understand that most dog people do not consider themselves dog owners. They consider themselves dog parents. Okay. They consider themselves dog parents and they refer to their dogs not as dogs, but as their fur kids or fur babies. Knowing this, I posted this picture of a dog laying down on a bed and it says, click like and wish me good night, mommy. Okay? Click like and wish me good night, mommy. And you can see in 3 minutes, I had over 1,000 likes. 3 minutes, 1,000 likes. You touch their passion point and they will respond. Okay? That's insane to get that kind of response. But I'm giving them, I knew this was going to happen. I'm giving them exactly what they want to hear. They want to be mommy to their dog. The demographic of my niche is women over 40. Sometimes the women are older, their children, if they had them, are moved out. And, it's just them and their dog, and they are mommy to their fur kid. 3 minutes, 1,000 likes. And they went on um, to post hundreds and hundreds of good night, sweetheart, I love you, kiss, kiss, etc. Um, Engagement, hell yeah. I did this one yesterday. Was it yesterday? Or, yeah, it was yesterday. I did this just to be cute. Kind of knew what was going to happen. I live in Boca Raton, Florida. What you can't see here is the picture. I don't know if you see my cursor at all on the screen, but there's a window. There's an ad in the window. This dog sells, but when you look at the store window, you see cribs, and in each crib there is a puppy. And the sign in the window says that puppies start at $3.99. Now I know that my market hates the sale of puppies. These uh, these puppies, they're in favor of rescuing dogs from shelters, and anything that has to do um, with sale of puppies makes them insane, to the point where they'll curse, they'll threaten the lives. I can't show you all of the comments here. You're welcome to go to my Dogington Post page and look later. I mean, there are people who said, go in, take all the puppies out, and burn the store to the ground. And there were more than one person did that. Okay, so in a day we had here I was going for comments, and you see that 83,424 people saw this, and I had 1,280 comments. Okay, and this was exactly what I wanted to do. And the reason that I wanted to do this was a setup to sell a t-shirt. Okay. And we have a contest on there right now following what we did yesterday. We got 2,767 likes, 953 people sharing our link. Boom, boom, ka-ching. Now, three letters are now going to rule your life. Three letters are now going to rule your life on your Facebook page. These are the most important letters that I'm going to share with you, and they are CTA. Who knows what CTA is? Type it in if you know. Oh, you guys know it. Okay. It is call to action. You must have a call to action. Okay. This is where the money is. Okay. People will do what you tell them to do, but you must tell the people exactly what you want them to do. You have to train them to like, you have to train them to comment, you have to train them to share. I don't care what it is, but people are on Facebook for fun. And you must make your page fun. I don't care what it is. Okay? You must make your page fun. Most Facebook pages are deadly boring. Okay? Snoozeroo time. Touch their passion points and watch your page explode. And I'm going to show you how to do that and give you some absolutely killer tips. Everybody with me? Yes, no? Okay. All right. Good stuff. Learning something. Okay. So far, the person who's the official policeman of the internet hasn't called me on anything that I've seen. So um, let's keep going. Here we go. Forget what they tell you. Let the numbers do the talking. Now, this is a really important concept. Time and this goes back to the Howard Stern quote from before. They tell me, and I get notes all the time, that they do not want to hear articles or they do not want to see examples of dog abuse stories that we post. And however, I can tell you based on the numbers that dog abuse stories get the most traction, get the most engagement. Okay. So what do I do? Do I, um, yes, that comment was for you, Jerry. Um, the, but so far I've been okay. You haven't responded to anything, right? Okay. No, no, you're not called BS on me yet. Okay. So, um, forget what they tell you. Let the numbers do the talking. Okay. If they're telling you they don't want to hear about abuse, but abuse has the highest engagement, then then that's what you post. Not all of the time. You drop it in strategically. When do you drop it in strategically? Let's see, you guys. Let's see if I'm a teacher. If those posts get the most engagement, when do you drop those posts in? When would you use it? Well, one would be before a sale, okay, or when your engagement is low. Okay. When your engagement is low, if you know that is going to bring it up, you throw in what's going to bring up your engagement. Now, Facebook runs its engagement kind of like a drunken sailor. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. Facebook, this is for you, Jerry, wants you to buy your way out of low engagement by promoting posts. If instead, at that period of time, you post the content that gets the highest engagement, your engagement goes up in spite of Facebook wanting their mafia payoff. Okay. That is a killer idea and could save you thousands of dollars over the coming year and boost your engagement. You use these stories when your engagement is low. When your engagement is high, you don't need it. Okay. Remember, I said that each of your posts should have a point. Post more provocative content when engagement is low. Now, so what does Facebook want from us? Number one, their exact formula is unknown. If anyone tells you that they have the code cracked, it's not true. Okay, the exact formula is unknown. Remember, I told you I would tell you when it was fact and when it was hypothesis. Now I'm giving you my theory. This is stuff that I have seen. If you post too often in any given day, they cut your engagement. They hold it against you. Why do they hold it against you? Because your readers that are out there on their timelines, they're seeing too much of your stuff and they're clicking, I don't want to see this. So they're saying, I don't want to see this. And what they mean is, well, I don't want to see this right now. Facebook says, okay, this guy's posting too often. They cut your engagement. If you post too seldom, they know that you're not going to have a lot of engagement because nobody knows who the hell you are. And therefore, they drop your engagement again. You have to find out what's optimal for your page. And remember, a page of 1,000 likes, a page of 5,000 likes, and a page of 200,000 likes are going to be different. And remember, I can give you that post. I have right now 211,000 likes. And even though my ego is so big and I did that post, it was still only seen by 81,000 people. Okay. So keep that in mind, that not everybody, no matter how good you are, sees all of your stuff, which tells you there's one thing that you should learn from there. If not everybody sees your stuff, what should that teach you? There we go. Post the same thing again at a different time. Okay? Post the same thing again at a different time. It's like a different audience. Okay? It's like the philosophers who say that when you stand in the river, because the river is moving, the river is never the same. Well, when you post on Facebook, you are getting different people the next time. Okay? Now, uh, if you post only memes, if you post only those photos with the cute sayings in it, they cut your engagement. If you, now this is one that you wouldn't expect, okay? Um, if you post a YouTube video, okay, and you put in a YouTube link, YouTube links typically have the lowest engagement of any post we've seen. Okay. Um, Chris, you want to give me your theory behind that? Why would a YouTube video get the lowest engagement?
Well, I think because they view YouTube as their competition.
There you
And
go.
so
Right.
the best thing to do there is to save the YouTube video, put it on something like Easy Web Video or another format, and or just upload it to your Facebook page itself.
There you go. Chris has given you an absolute killer secret. If you want people to watch a video, if you send them to YouTube, um, you're going to have extremely low engagement. Okay. However, if you download the video and then you upload it to Facebook, you'll have high engagement. They do not want the money going to um, their competition. YouTube, of course, is a Google property. Um, Facebook is a competition. And I am going to tell you that in theory, there could be a problem of copyright there. Okay. There could be a problem of copyright, especially if you're using one by, a well-known artist. You like a Springsteen video, you download it and you upload it to Facebook. Don't be surprised if you come back and you find your page gone. Okay. So um, make sure that you are aware of these rules of engagements. Next, if you take people off Facebook, okay, and you want to take them to your site, they will cut your engagement. Um, my read on everything that Mark Zuckerberg. Oh wow, I got a good from Jerry. Okay, here's more. Okay, if you take people off Facebook, they're going to cut your engagement. If you um, if you want to bring them to your site, remember I said that owning your own site is really important. Facebook, uh, when you have a truck or you have a bus, they do not want the bus to go at its highest possible speed. So what they do is they put something that they call the governor on the engine. Okay, so Facebook governs the number of people who are going to see a post if the post is going to take them off Facebook. So if you want to counter that, um, if you want to counter that, what do you do? How do you counter Facebook stopping you from uh, from engagement, for bringing people to your site? What do? That's right. You make the post absolutely irresistible. And when they're on your page, you encourage the people to like it on Facebook. Okay. So when you take people off Facebook, make sure your content and your headline is irresistible. Okay. And if your headline is irresistible, you will get massive traffic no matter what Facebook does. Okay. And when Facebook sees people clicking the link, all of a sudden they reverse it and start boosting your engagement. That's why the headlines that I'm going to be giving you at the end are worth their weight in gold. These are headline formulas for you to swipe. I'm going to show you where I got them from, and they are worth huge increases in your engagement. And remember, the money is in the engagement, right? People say the money's in the list. That's absolutely true. But when you're dealing with Facebook, the money is in your engagement. Okay, so stop begging for engagement on Facebook. Okay, stop hoping that the Facebook gods, are going to um, show you um, are, are going to show you what that they're going to allow your post to be seen. What you need to do instead is you need to think about, and most people don't do this, is what is your ultimate goal? What's the target that you want to hit? Okay. Don't just post buy links. Okay. You need a strategy. I'm laughing. I just had the picture of the dog barking, and Sandra, my assistant, put my dog in her little kennel, because she'll come here when she knows I'm doing a webinar. She'll pick up a bone and just drop it repeatedly because she knows that I can't stop her. So now she's off on the other side of the room whining for someone to let her out. I'm so cruel. Okay, so what's your goal? You want a post by post goal, not just, okay, let's just throw some mud up on our site and let's hope they go for it. Okay, we want strategic stuff. Okay, now here's my goal. My goal is to get people to my site. Okay, here's one of the sites, the one that I'm talking about. And on Facebook, we have 211,000 or so fans, and we want people coming to this site. We um, we do lots of things on our site based entirely on our analysis of what they are interested in. You bet for sure that we spend time in Google Analytics finding out which posts got the most traffic, which posts went viral. Okay, that's what this is all about, is going step by step. Our goal is to get people to this site. Now, I call this a super site because it becomes an authority site in your niche. Why is that? It's because of the content here. Now, my friend Jerry's going to call me out soon. I believe that engaging content is the best SEO that there is. When we posted a an infographic last year on our site about foods that are dangerous to your dog for Thanksgiving, it turned out to be one of the top viral internet pieces that there was in all of 2013. Now, we had posted the same thing in 2012 and so forth, but the amount of sharing that goes on and liking and sharing to my cross-checking Google Analytics and Facebook liking, I've come up with the number, and this is just my number, that 1 out of every 2 people who come to a quality page that's interesting are going to click Facebook like. Okay, the like button. If it's a garbage article, they won't. A far smaller number will tweet it or retweet it. We tweet all of our articles, and very frequently they're retweeted and picked up. Um, there's a total difference between Facebook and Twitter. This is not the time for that. But my belief is that the best content that you have is the best SEO. And what happens is if you use long tail keywords, okay, the ones that you know your niche wants, you will rank for those long tail keywords because you are an authority site without any tricks. So you build a list, you build raving fans, and you monetize. And if you are passionate about your niche, you can achieve some pretty great things in record time. Okay, here are some. I can't tell. He told me he was going to be on. This is Kevin. Kevin did the Pussington Post. Okay. This is Chris. Everything Smallmouth. Gosh, I don't remember. But slanted flying about Tai Chi. About meditation. The formula that I teach, I call RC plus RC plus RC equals SS. And this is what it means, that the right content plus the right channel plus the right connections equal a super site. The right content means the content that your niche wants to know about. You've got to know what that is. I talked about that much earlier when we talked about knowing who your avatar is. What do they want to know about? The right channel means respecting the different channels that are out there. There is a difference in persona between someone on Facebook and someone on Twitter. And you want the right information going out on the right channel. 18 months ago, it is a Sunday in July, and I think it was Petco. Petco releases a recall on a Sunday. Of course, it released on a Sunday. Not too many people saw it. And the recall was that some of their dog bowls were just so happened were radioactive. So if your pooch had a little glow to them, it was probably because they were drinking water from their bowl. Okay. We put that out on Twitter. It got retweeted so much that it crashed our site with the traffic coming from Twitter. And that was the final straw for hosting at GoDaddy. And we had to get a serious server after it because GoDaddy basically said, you need to go to your own server now, folks. Thanks very much for playing, but goodbye. And we were happy to go. Plus the right connections. And the right connections I'm going to talk about, the right connections I'm going to talk about are going offline and getting with the movers and shakers in your niche. That will give you a boost that you won't believe. We have partners. We have a lot of partners in the industry, and uh, we'll talk about partners in a little bit. Okay, so the formula. I gave you the 3 RCs. Market analysis. You have to know who's out there. You want to study the competition. You want to start tracking content that people want to hear about. Then you begin to publish. The right channel, which is right for you. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn. Getting your content syndicated well, getting videos to go viral, and then the right connections. identifying who the market leaders are and reaching out to them. I use what I call lethal LinkedIn because I target who I want to talk to, and I use LinkedIn to talk to them. Um, and then there comes a while when everybody's looking to you. You are the market leader yourself, um, and you're dominating the media. You become the leader, and then all of a sudden, people are going to come to you, as is happening right now, with offers to buy your site, to give you money, to become a partner with you. And you need to know what to do. All these things happen, and they happen in time, and they happen if you follow what I've been teaching you today. Okay, so it's now March, February 2012. We launched the Doggington Post. In March, I go to a show that I'm going to next week. It's called the Global Pet Show. It's in Orlando. Okay, I go in, I talk to people at the show, and nobody will give me the time of day. I set up interviews. I'm going to give people free publicity. Um, One person spent time with me and was actually very nice and very kind and just very, very personable. Okay. Other people wouldn't give me the time of day. They said, who are you? I told them I'm the Doggington Post. We're going to be the top dog blog in the world. Right, sir. Okay. Take care. 6 months later, we go to Las Vegas to the next show, the Pet Super Zoo. This time I bring a team with me. We're all dressed in Doggington Post uniforms. Everybody has seen the Doggington Post, and we're on their watch list. Okay, so now we're 2 years old. The marketing, the conference is next week, and I have to tell you that just about every minute of my day there is already claimed and already taken. I have so many appointments for 12 noon next Wednesday, um, because in advance, can we see you? Harlan, can we take you out to dinner? Can we take your whole team out to dinner? That's what happens. And it's all about great content. Okay. That's what I'm sharing with you. And it all starts on Facebook. Now, look at this. In page views, page views are super important to advertisers. It's also super important to AdSense. The more people that view your site, the more money you make. Here, we did 1.1 million page views in a month on 900,000 visits. So, why does Google love super sites? So, in the good old days, Google treated links as an indication of the value of your content. The theory was that people linked to a site because the content was good. And so what happened is the Black Hat Wars never ended. People went out to get all kinds of links. Some of them good, some of them not so good, as we call them Black Hat. And from time to time, Google would be embarrassed with stories on the New York Times. The time, um, uh, the time is um, they got, who was it? J.C. Penney hired a team of black hat SEO people, and they ranked, in the top three for every single category. Men's pajamas, top three. Um, Men's raincoats, top three. Children's slippers, top three. And the New York Times noticed and said, you know what? That's just not normal. Okay, that's not something that that's particularly normal. And and so um the uh, they got exposed, and JC Penney was sent, it was bounced to like page 200 of Google, as a penalty. um Matt Cutts, who is one of the big cheeses um, over at Google, announced recently that Google is abandoning the old page rank formula. Okay, why are they doing that? because the only people who are actively building links today are SEO guys. Many of them are SEO spammers. Regular folks are typically not building links. But today, Google has a much more accurate way of judging the value of your content. Can you guess what it is? All right, people are typing it in already. What's the type it in? You guys get it. Okay, it's engagement, it's social proof. That's it. Social sharing, it's tweeting, it's Facebook liking. That's what it's all about. Google sees all. Google knows, okay, like Santa Claus. He knows when you've been good, he knows when you've been bad, he knows when you're getting likes, and he knows when you're not. And Google says, okay, this people are telling me is important, and this Google is telling me is not important. Now, we don't know the exact Google formula, but social sharing ranks pretty high. So if you have something on Pinterest, okay, and it starts getting major repinning, then Google is going to hold that in your favor. So here's how the traffic works. Um, Facebook engagement, okay, Facebook engagement can bring massive traffic to your site. From your site, you can get people, have it something go viral on Facebook, send it back into the mix. You can have something go viral on Twitter. You can have something go viral on YouTube, or you can have something take off on Pinterest. And all of this just blows up your traffic. But the key is always good content and engagement. Good content and engagement. And it's actually, let me ask a question to Jerry. Would you say, Jerry, that it's easier to get engagement on Facebook or link building? Let's hear what the SEO pro says. He's thinking. Depends. How much engagement? Um, Thousands of likes and shares. Okay. So Jerry says I can build millions of links in a month. Okay. So he hasn't yet made the transition. He may never yet, but as long as it's working, he's going to keep doing what's working. But in terms of engagement for revenue, what about that? Okay, question. Okay, we will come to questions later, folks. Okay, but this is the cycle, how traffic works. Now, Procter and Gamble told a friend of mine, here's $250,000 to get started building their site and getting content up there. Okay. Um, and Jerry says Facebook has been the biggest revenue producer for us. Okay. Um, Big companies want to see you as a brand partner. Okay. They're really ready to work with you. It doesn't matter how big you are. Um, what they want to see is numbers and engagement. What happens when you're a brand partner is that they look out for your interests and you look out for their interests. And you bring things to each other's attention. You normally share their content on your Facebook page. They share your content on their Facebook page. And you do it because you're a good partner, not because you're going to get paid for it. When you go into it, like, how much are you going to give me for this? Then there's a problem. We have we have been contacted many times by the major dog food company. They've already asked me to come meet with them next week. And my answer is always no. because they put out a really bad quality product. Their product comes from China. It has bad stuff in it for dogs. If I became affiliated with them in any way, my credibility in the niche would be gone. For example, one of the companies that actually stood me up at my first dog show was a company called Zooks. Okay, Zooks. Zooks um, uh, was just bought by Purina. If you go and look at their page, you will see people just absolutely losing it. Thousands and thousands of people taking a pledge never to buy Zooks again. Okay. Um, and, I posted on my page, what do you think about the sale of Zooks to Purina? Again, this was one of those setup questions, and they exploded all about it. So you have to keep in mind that when you have a brand partner, um, whether it's something that your list is going to be able to tolerate or not. Why are these brands interested in you? One word: because you have a shared vision and because you have massive engagement. Most of the people who are involved, um, most of the people in involved um, who are doing social media for the big companies do not have the um, the experience that you guys have. They don't know. They just post boring stuff all day long to their Facebook wall. And guess what it gets them? Okay, what's their engagement like? Nothing, nothing, nothing at all. So you are limited, my friends, only by your flexibility. Okay? The more flexible and the more adaptable you are in your creativity, the better you're going to do. Here's what you need to be: you need to be relevant. Okay? So, relevant would be timely, you might be posting something after the Oscars about the Oscars. And if you go to our site, our Facebook page, I'm going to pop it with your permission, folks. I'm going to pop a sore throat lozenge in my mouth. Please excuse me for just a moment. Um, if you go to Monday, you'll see that one of our first posts on Monday morning was about the Oscars because it was relevant. Recent things that are in the news. Okay. During the Olympics, we posted articles about the dogs in the Olympics in Sochi. Right now, somebody um, sent us an article about strays in the Ukraine. And obviously, that's important. Stuff that's engaging, videos that are viral, quotes, that people might say in your niche. Controversy. Controversy rocks. Don't shy away from controversy. Get in there. Know the times that are your peak hours. That's killer stuff. Frequency, how frequently you should be posting. I saw someone posting to a new page too often the other day, and I called out to them and said, "Hey, you need to slow this down. You're posting too many times within the hour. Slow it down, back it down." And that's what they did. Okay? So, next, fill in the blank kinds of questions. Um, you know, the uh, I can think of a million ways to do a fill in the blank in the dog niche. Um, don't buy chicken jerky that comes from blank, and they'll all type in China. Okay. Um, how about a caption this? Okay. Or ask them a stupid question. Um, you guys want to see um, you guys want to see a live one? Should we do one live for you just to show it? Okay, let's see how this works. Whoops. Let's hit escape. Let's go to Dogington Post on Facebook. Okay. We've got, when did we post? An hour ago. Okay, so we can do a post. Let's pick a picture. I've got it sitting here. Come on. Let's see if that's it. No. Okay, here we go. That's the one I'm looking for. I upload it. Should she give her baby this treat? It's not from China. Click like and type yes if she should give it to her fur kid. Okay. Now I'm going to come back to the webinar and you guys tell me how many likes and comments it gets. Come on, upload it. And there we go. Okay. That's going to start getting likes pretty soon. Okay. We got 3 likes and 1 share in a second. Okay. I love watching this. Oh, you guys aren't supposed to be the ones liking it. Okay, but there we go. We're up to 11 already. And I know that if it's at 100 within of the first minute or so, it's going to end up going over 1,000. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you guys let me know how that's doing. Let's come back to the webinar. So caption this. Really good. Put up a picture, caption this. Photo memes. Birthdays of somebody big in your niche. Celebrity stuff. So you need to focus on what do you need to do to get a like? What do you need to do to get a share? And what do you need to do so that you are getting comments? These are the things. Now, I have a secret weapon that I'm about to share with you. It's absolutely, someone typed in that I'm up to 150 already. Is that correct? Somebody watching that for me? How many likes? 50, not 150. Somebody typed in 150. Okay, we're moving up. Okay, so here is a book that you should be getting. I call this the Black Book of Secrets. It's a Kindle book. It's written by my friend Jim Van Wyck. It will set you back a massive $3.99. It will probably be the best thing that you will read about Facebook engagement. Okay. It was written probably about 2 years ago, but virtually everything in it is still accurate today. It's a um, it's a must read. Okay. You can read it probably in about an hour. Okay. You can read it probably in about an hour. But the value of it is way, way beyond that. Okay. Now, when you start out a page, okay, here's a page that we started not even a week ago. Not even a week ago. Yes? Um, Started last Thursday night. Okay. Um, we have 2,600 likes. By using the engagement techniques, you see that we have 108,000 reach based on getting people to like things. And our engagement, I always love this when the engagement is higher than the number of people who likes it. That means that you're really doing well. And that's what you always want to shoot for. Massive engagement. Of course, when we started off the page, we turned off the places that we didn't want our page to show to lock in the engagement. And this is what you guys should be doing. So, Facebook training. You've got to train your list to engage. You must tell them what they want, what you want them to do. There's a famous Bill Cosby routine um, for my Aussie or British friends. Bill Cosby, funny comedian, and he has a routine called "The Same Thing Happens Every Night," where his wife puts the kids to bed, and when they put them to bed, she shouts up to them and says, "Get in the shower, turn on the water, and use soap." And then Bill cuts it in and says, "Because if you don't tell them what you want them to do, they'll just wander around in the shower all day." Your Facebook fans are exactly um, exactly the same. Okay, you may find in your particular niche that um, in your particular niche that the most engaged people in your niche are the people that hate what you're doing the most. Okay, it's crazy, but that may be um, the most significant find for you. But you must train your people to um, you must train your people to like it. Okay, so let's go. After a while, they'll start doing it automatically. It's kind of like putting the kids, training the kid to like lift up the toilet seat. After a while, they'll just do it. Train them to like, train them to share, and from the beginning, train them to comment and train them to buy. If you don't do it, they'll just wander around in the shower and not know what to do. You must go ahead and use soap. Okay? Now, I want you to meet someone who has it all dialed in. His name is Scott DeLong. Scott um, took 8 months, just 8 months, to build a site called Viral Nova about trending stories on the web. Um, and it's 8 months. 8 months have been really hard on him. It's tough, when you're making millions. He's a multimillionaire. He built his first site. It was called Godvine. He turned around and sold it for millions. Then he built, after taking a little while off, after all, a guy's entitled to a little vacation when you make a couple of million, right? Um, then he's built Viral Nova. According to guesstimates on his traffic, Viral Nova is doing quite well. Okay. Um, the headlines that he uses are called clickbait headlines. A clickbait headline. What's a clickbait headline? It makes it um, um, absolutely inevitable that someone is going to click on it and thus bring you traffic. He monetized his site via AdSense. If you guys will hold yourself down, his monthly his estimated monthly AdSense income by people who are in the know is $480,000. Okay. He's now looking to sell the site. He's placed it with brokers. Now, this site is run by himself and one other person, and that's his monthly income. Okay. And what's his formula? His formula is Facebook to his page, which is what I've been teaching you here. Facebook to your page. Now, here's where you go to get the gift that I promised you. It's kilstein.com/headline. All right, let me type that in. Those headlines, what you have there are over a thousand headlines that were taken from Viral Nova. I've given you his best headlines, over 1,000 of them. Those are his headlines from when his site went up until about the end of January. Okay. And at the beginning of it, I show you how to adapt them. Okay. There's no fee, there's no charge. All I ask you, please, is that keep them um, you keep them to yourself. No results found on website. Um, I don't think so. Not getting through. Jim, did I type something in wrong? Text me, please. Okay, people are saying it's working. All right. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. People are saying that they got it. They got through. No results. Give it time. Maybe there's um, too much traffic. Just go ahead, put your email address in, and it's yours. Okay. Um, Jerry says use a different browser. Okay. So guys, it's there. Um, and it will work. But remember, you guys are hitting the site really hard now. So um, we're going to be winding down now and moving to your questions. Okay. Um, the I want you to remember above all else that and the person who put it up says the page is working fine. So just check your spelling, calm down. It'll be there, and we'll leave it up for another hour or so. So make sure you get it. Um, Remember the golden rule, and the golden rule is um, um, the golden rule is that he who makes the gold, he who has the gold, makes the rules. So I want you to be the one who has the gold. Okay? Right? People like winning at the casino, but they usually end up losing. So there's only one way to win at the casino all the time. Who knows what that is? How do you win at the casino all the time? Be the casino. Okay? That's own the casino and you make the money. Okay, now um, a lot of people ask me in Chris's group about super sites. Okay, and I didn't want to say anything. People said, "Where can I get one?" and I refused. So this isn't a pitch. I'm just letting you know that if you want to apply and talk to me about it, you can go to supersiteformula.com, apply, and fill out an application there. Okay, I'm putting that in here. And that's it. There's no credit card, there's nothing to buy. Just apply and we'll talk if it's right for you or not. Now I'm ready for your questions. Okay? Let's start questions now. Okay. Um, can Google tell if you are buying likes yet? Sure, they can tell if you're buying likes. because those likes aren't coming from fine young women in Kansas. They're coming from click farms in Turkey. So yeah, it's pretty obvious that you're buying likes, and also the likes that you're buying aren't going to engage with you. So you're just shooting yourself in the foot. Um, One page or many depends on what your goals are. For one niche, why would you need more than one page? Do's and don'ts of content curation. Okay. Oh, you just asked, Vic, you just asked the best thing, automation. Now, I know that a lot of people are selling tools on the internet to automate your Facebook pages. I'm going to tell you that it lowers your engagement. Facebook does not like this stuff. Okay, you're churning out content, but I guarantee you that it's not going, the stuff that goes out and finds content and posts it for you automatically. Nah, I don't use it. I don't recommend it. I still do not see any swipe file or a link. The link is kilstein.com/headline. Um, where do we get all the content from? Oh gosh, I do a whole session on that in the Super Sites course. Let's just say that you use software and programs like Feedly, um, Zeit, etc. And there's an unlimited amount of content out there. It doesn't matter what your niche is. Where do I find the photos or videos that are okay to share? Gosh, there are lots and lots of places where you can get them that are free. The Lots of places where you can get free content and free photos. The ones that you see on our site, such as the one that I uploaded, I buy. I have a subscription. Um, can you tell me how do viral content marketers get away with posting other people's image? Um, and the answer is they could get in trouble with it. Great training. Okay. Thank you. For a site like Viral Nova, where do they get the content? Um, they are searching the internet. They've got their the same tools that I'm talking about, but they have different categories, and they can tell you to a science probably which posts are going to get stuff. So they have the same. They use the exact same tools that I teach to get that content. Any Facebook tools that I use not for auto posting. Um, could you explain about click farms? Yeah. Okay, Kiva. If there's a click farm, they may be clicking on your site just to drive up the costs of your clicks. It could be a competitor clicking on your ads to cost you money. Back in the old days of PPC, of Google PPC and Yahoo PPC, there was massive what was called click fraud, and there were settlements from Google. They got into trouble with the government because there was massive click fraud. Is it easier to accept countries to allow, or there may not, or there so many not to allow? Um, I think it's easier to select countries to allow. What are some good sources of content? I told you Zeit, Feedly, Google Alerts, etc. Okay, how do we get the headline list? I'm on the page and entered your email address. It will be emailed to you. Um, for your new page, is it linked to a super site? And the answer is yes. What are you doing to build community within your DP super site? So this has actually been an interesting discussion about it. Um, we're making our page our community. There's been some discussion about starting a group or using forums, but we did the experiment, and we've decided not to go there. Um, How do you make a page fun for, say, a subject like anorexia? Um, you talk about people who triumphed over anorexia. You show success stories. You find celebrities who had anorexia or who support anorexia research. Okay. Um, you talk about healthy eating things that are fun. Okay. Anything can be turned into fun. Um, what are the biggest click farm countries? As far as I know, Turkey, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan. Um, when you say have your own site, if I have a Shopify store, will that count? Well, having a Shopify store is a great thing for making money. The question is there enough information on the site to keep people interested? Chances are no. How do you get your very first fans likes on a page? Um, do Facebook advertising for likes, and with any creative skill, um, you can get a few thousand likes for dirt cheap. Um, I'm an author. Will this work for a life coaching niche? Of course. Um, I'm getting repeat questions, so I'm ignoring them again and again. What do you know about DMCA concerns involving sites like Viral Nova? Um, Clearly, the age of curation sites, getting into quote trouble is pretty much past. Curation is here to stay. Um, we have a curation policy that Jim Van Wyck, who wrote the book, wrote at the bottom of the Dogington Post. Um, if someone doesn't like that you've curated from their site and they'd rather lose the traffic, just say, okay, great, and take down the content. Um, I teach um, I teach 14 different ways of curating, and many of them do not require linking at all. Okay. Um, um, Automation versus a VA. Well, if a VA has a brain, then it's not a problem. Um, on the headline page, you enter your email address, and it will email you the headlines. Um, what's the best frequency for post? You're going to have to find out on your site. And my dog is out of her kennel and thinks that this is the best time for a tug of war. Um, um, with having a stale fan page, should I do an ad for more likes after turning off the bad countries? The answer is yes. Get new likes, engage with them. Um, I'm working on a tool that will get rid of the bad likes for you. Um, it's not out yet. Pictures of celebrities. I don't use pictures of celebrities unless I have specific permission. There's no better way to get into trouble for it. So don't do it unless you buy the picture. Is it okay to use the Facebook scheduling tool from Facebook? The answer is yes. Um, when you open your new Facebook page, how did you initially get people to like it? And the answer is that I bought some likes, and and I will turn them off at some point, probably at around 10,000 likes. Our goal on that new page is to have 1 million likes in the year, and I'm not going to be buying 1 million likes, so it's going to go viral. We've made other pages go viral. We'll make this one as well. Does Facebook mind Hootsuite? Yeah, they lower your engagement. Do I run a like campaign on page startup? Yes, and then it takes over. Okay, how do I work with Google Analytics? I study the traffic and I see which posts got the most traffic, how long they stayed. Um, I see a few hundred of these curation sites connected to Facebook groups. What did you do different than, say, the Ruffington Post? Um, Maseo, I would say it's the content. It's great content, and knowing what people did. In other words, we post what people want to hear about, as well as I indicated, what they don't want to hear about. Um, and by community, I mean a greater bond between your fans and your site. Yeah, they know me. When I post a picture of my dog Kalba, they know her by name already. Um, how do I feel about Sind? I actually paid Sind for months. Um, I never saw any benefit to it um, at all. There are people who swear by it. There are people who swear at it. Um, I just don't think it works. Um, does outsourcing work for content creation? Of course. Do I ever run Facebook dark post ads to certain demographics of my followers? No, there's no reason to. There's no reason for me to pay for Facebook advertising in the dog niche ever again. Instead of memes on Facebook, how do they like infographics? They love infographics. Is my super site formula different than your creation course a few years ago? Absolutely. That's where things started, and our knowledge of Facebook has grown significantly. Okay, so um, bottom line is, um, we want to stay current. You mentioned not to shy away from controversy and content, but can controversial content comments get you in trouble, banned? Like how some celebrities get in trouble. Yeah, Miley Cyrus is crying all the way to the bank. The file will come by email. If you share someone's meme, not knowing the image is from Getty, will it ding us? It could very possibly. Um, okay. Earlier you said Facebook doesn't like you sending people off Facebook via a web link. What does that do for Teespring posts? It means if you're just posting Teespring links, you're going to have um, lower engagement. I have a team. The Dogington Post is completely outsourced. Great webinar. What tools do I use? Okay. Gag cartoons. Is there a way? I don't know what you mean. I'm looking at a site. I cannot see where the headlines are. Is it just me? Yes. You go to kilstein.com, look in the chat box, /headline, enter your email address, and you'll get it. Okay. All I got was an email. Um, and you will get an email. You should get an email that has the link in it with your headline. Okay. Um, to build a super site, need to know HTML, CSS programming. No, not at all. Zite is Zite. Okay. Can you delete likes? Yes, you can. It's a lot of work though. Um, um, FYI, posted on Facebook about my cat dying the other day. Over 30 comments of engagement, highest number of likes in some time. What you teach works. Um, and Stephen, we started a super site at the same time that we started our new Facebook page because remember, we need to train people to come to our site. Um, thanks for the info. Can I do a screenshot of how to edit the Facebook setting? Yeah, I could do that. Screen. Oh, we don't want to do that. But we do want to do this. in our admin panel, I'm going to click on it here, edit page, edit settings, okay, country restrictions. We have not set country restrictions on this page. We had a discussion about it, and right now we haven't had a problem. Page info, let's go look at, see insights, visits, people, see where they're coming from. The overwhelming majority is the United States by far and away. Okay, and we had discussions about whether to get rid of India or the Philippines. Okay, Bangkok, Thailand. We can get rid of Thailand. Okay, um, but we had a discussion about it and we decided to leave it for now. We're not getting swamped with bad clicks, but I will have something for you guys soon that will help get rid of bad links. Okay, that's so back to the page. You go into your inside, you go into your things, edit page settings, country restrictions, and you can either only show in these countries or hide from these countries, and then you save it. Very simple, not hard at all. You can do it. Thanks for asking, honey. Thanks for a great webinar. Um, should I have a stale page? Yes, I think we asked that. I answered your question again. Um, Are you allowed to have multiple profiles? I'm not sure a multiple profile is. If you mean, are you allowed to have multiple accounts on Facebook? No, that's a violation of the terms of service. Um, it's not your property. Okay. Can you explain how to convert a YouTube video and upload it to Facebook? Go to YouTube, get a YouTube downloader thing, download the video, upload the video. How much am I making? Um, Gosh, I had no idea we were that close, JJ. Um, the webinar, will the webinar be replayed? That depends on our recording. Chris, is it still recording for you?
Yes, mate, I'm recording it, and
Oh,
I'm sat here absolutely gobsmacked by the quality of the information you've shared. I think
okay.
just
Well,
about everybody on this call is going to be jumping at the bit to go and get something happening.
um, Bob, gosh, go over and review the notes you took here. Can't get supersite formula link to work. Lots of people have filled it out. I'm seeing them coming in. So lots and lots of people are there. Um, on anorexia, um, can you uh, uh, do a post on Barbie having um, Barbie having anorexic proportions? Yes, you can do things on just about any. Um, okay, Jonathan, that's not a dumb question. Um, and that's actually a really good question. Uh, I had to ask, how relevant do you think Facebook is to a B2B business? For example, team development. I hear some people say it's irrelevant, others not so. I would do the exact same thing that I would do here. I would make it fun. I would make it fun, and I don't care if it's B2B. Businessmen laugh at jokes just the same as anybody else. Is Google AdSense the best way to earn? It's one way to earn. It is far from the best way. Facebook paid advertising training. Who should I listen to on this topic and study? Gosh, there's so many people there who are teaching good things. Um, um, Don Wilson's a pretty good guide to study. Um, anything of Don Wilson's is worth the money. Um, Go to YouTube and look at his videos. He teaches a lot of good stuff. Um, okay, the person who sent me the personal message, just email me about it. How do you choose which social media channel to share each type of content? And the answer is by studying the interaction and seeing what the top people in the niche are sharing. I was out of the room when you told Jim's book. What is the title? The title was Get More Likes. Okay. Yes, Jay, that is an error that the designer will work on. Um, I have the best content. Thank you so much. Do you outsource my Facebook page and web curation? And the answer is yes, I have. It's 100% outsourced. I don't do much on the site. I play on Facebook a little bit, mostly for research and because it's fun. How many likes should your page have? It depends on your creativity. By the way, how many likes does our post have? And oh, okay. Well, we just had a news story here that Chicago voted to get rid of puppy mills. Fantastic. Okay. Um, should you give this baby a treat? Um, Under 500 people. That was not a good thing. I think it's because it's an old style. People know it's an old picture. Okay. Um, and Andy writes, yes, we love the Dogington Post. We got 90 comments. That was not a home run. How long is the poor dog going to wait if it's American made? Okay. See, even if I wrote it's not from China, people go, well, is it holistic? What if they're artificial additives? Um, Okay. And this is whatever. What is it first? Maybe it's an onion or a grape. In other words, like they're not playing. Like, is it a treat? No, it's not. Yes, if it's a healthy treat. You just gotta love them. Okay. The poor thing is begging. Okay. You just gotta love them. My dog likes broccoli and cauliflower. Good for you. Okay, and what does this person want to say? Yes. Okay. So everybody is an expert on Facebook. Everybody's letting me know that they shouldn't give Chinese treats and stuff like that. You just gotta love the people who are at your site and know more than you do. Okay. Um, that's it. Um, how can I keep from having a copyrighted picture by someone else? You just look over at the place where it says posted by others and delete it. Okay. Um, All right, guys, I'm running out of steam. Um, what's no longer effective, Jerry? Tell me what's no longer effective. I'm assuming you're talking sinned. I assume you mean sinned. Um, and that would be no longer effective. I didn't think it ever was, but that was just my opinion. Okay, my friend Michael from Israel. If I have a page for blogs set up as a group, am I better setting off as a Facebook page? And the answer is yes, because people can find a Facebook page. They really can't find a group. Um, how often do we curate in the Dogington Post? Um, Typically, 5 days a week, there's new content. If something extraordinary breaks on a weekend, we'll cover it. Maseo, did anyone ever tell you you were a wise ass? Um, should you avoid swearing? It really depends on your niche. It really depends on your niche. On our dog niche, they curse all the time. Not us. We actually had times when we had to ban people for cursing. We told people stop, and they just wouldn't stop. Um, is it okay to copy a website's image if you're writing about them and sending traffic to them? No. Um, all right. Okay. I can't even keep up with the thing. If you've entered your email address, we'll send out the links. Don't they eat dogs in Bangkok? I think that's in China. Do we allow Facebook fans? This is a great question, folks. Do you allow Facebook fans to share links in their comments if constructive? Absolutely. But very, very often people will post, I just ban them as soon as it happens. Someone posts a like my page link, and we will take that down immediately and delete it and ban it. You know, I guess we've gotten rid of so many that we can't even see them. But typically, every day we'll see something like that, and we will delete the people and ban the people. Don't let them use your Facebook page to build their site unless they are a strategic partner of yours. Chris, what do you think? I mean, we've been going for almost 2 hours. What are your thoughts, sir?
Well, crikey, mate, I am sat here like a stunned mullet in England, and I am just going to be flat out like a lizard drinking, uh, implementing this stuff. Folks, the stuff that Harlan has shared with us tonight, the ideas and the techniques and the systems that he's really freely given. And Harlan, on behalf of everyone in the Marketing Secrets group on Facebook, I want to say how deeply we appreciate and how grateful we are. But folks, if you implement these ideas, I was sat thinking just now, 12 months from now, your life can be totally different. It can be changed out of all proportion because the power of an idea, and we've been given an absolute bucket load of ideas tonight. The power of an idea is in its implementation. So I know there's going to be a lot of discussion about this in the Marketing Secrets group, and
I just
I
typed in the link again. Please go. We're going to ask, what time is it where you are? It must be like the middle of the morning, right? The
where
middle,
I am, mate, it's 9 o'clock at night.
9 o'clock at night. Okay, so he's not heading to bed yet.
Oh,
Um,
no way.
so I've
I'd be
just
sleeping
typed
it
in the
all after
link
this,
again
mate.
into the chat for to join Best Marketing Secrets, and we can continue the discussion over there because
Perfect.
my voice is going, and that's the logical place to have that discussion. Can I tell you more about the supersite formula? Fill in
Oh,
the
yes,
thing. I
please.
promised that I was not going to pitch. Okay. So just fill in the thing and I'll talk to you about it personally. Um, what category of page should we use? Brand, company, media? It depends on what it is. And you know what? Facebook's just going to change it anyway. They'll probably make you a community page in a few weeks. Thanks a lot. Guys, just quick question. Did you did you learn something? Did you learn something? Everybody's typing gobsmacked. They like your word. Okay. Um Okay. Yes, whatever. I can't honestly, I can't even keep up with the stuff that's going down. Andy is no. Um, all right, guys. This is and I see people are already posting in the group over there. Go join the group if you're not a member. We'll continue things there. For those of you who are up at 5 in Australia, thanks. Um, use those headlines, and please keep them to yourself. That's all. Just keep
Hey,
them to
Harlan, can I
yourself.
say something, mate, before you go?
Sure.
I just want to say, folks, that uh, the way that this webinar happened is because one of the members in our group approached Harlan and said, "We'd like to buy your super site formula." And Harlan told them no, because we're a no pitch group. We're not out there just to pitch links. I would not have even have known about that if that guy hadn't have told me. And so I really was absolutely, man, stone the crows. I was gobsmacked because I don't think 1 in 10,000 people would show integrity the way that you did there, Harlan. And mate, as far as I'm concerned, you're the man. And I'm so thankful, really thankful. I know we all are, that you've taken the time, given us this fantastic webinar. I've been online full time for 14 years. This is hands down the best webinar I've ever been on in my life. And I just see so much hope and possibility for the future. You've opened my eyes to so many things on Facebook tonight. So I'm sure I speak for all of us, mate, when I say, well done, you're the man. Thanks very much.
And we
And
have a
I have a
massive
new
shout
hero
out.
online, and it's
We have a
Harlan.
massive shout out to you, Chris, from Jonathan, who says, "Thanks for hosting the group. It's unbelievably valuable."
Well, bless
And
his
thanks to
heart.
you,
But
Chris. Thanks times 1,000. Yes, Chris is the man. All right. Um, so everybody, we'll see you. God willing, this thing recorded well, and Chris will let me see what happens with mine, and then we'll take it from there.
no
Okay.
worries, mate. You have a good night or a
Take
good
care.
day.
Bye bye,
Okay,
everybody. Good
thanks.
night, whatever. Good morning. Take care. Bye.